Hold up, bitches in my dime. Taking hella long, bitch, give it to me now. Make that thing pop like it's in me over 9. Ooh, baby, like it raw with the shimmy, shimmy, yeah, huh? ASAP, get like me. Never met a motherfucker fresh like me. All these motherfuckers wanna dress like me, but the chrome to your dome make you sweat like me. Cause I'm the nigga, like how you figure, getting figures and fucking bitches. She rolling switches, bought her bitches. I bought my niggas, they getting bent up off the liquor. She love my licorice, I let her lick it. They say money make a nigga act niggerish, but at least a nigga rich. I be fucking broads like I be fucking bored. Turn a dyke bitch out, have a fucking bars. Peace.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve. Oh, I know you love it when this beat is on. Make you think about all of the niggas you been leading on. Make me think about all of the rappers I've been feeding on. Got a feeling that's the same dudes that we speaking on. Oh, word, ain't heard my album, who you sleeping on? You should print the lyrics out and have a fucking read along. Ain't a fucking sing along unless you brought the weed along. And just, okay, I got it. Then just drop down and get your eagle on. Or we can stay up at the stars and put the Beatles on. All the shit you talking about is not up for discussion. I will pay to make it bigger. I don't pay for no reduction. If it's coming from a nigga I don't know, then I don't trust it. If you coming from my head, then motherfucker get the bussin'. Yes, Lord. I don't really say this often, but this long dick nigga ain't for the long talking, I beast.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve.
Yeah, ho, this the finale. My pep talk turned into a pep rally. Say she from the hood, but she live inside the valley. Now vacate in Atlanta, then she going back to Cali. Got your girl on my line, world on my line. The irony, I fuck 'em at the same damn time. She eyeing me like a nigga don't exist. Girl, I know you want this. Girl, I'm Kendrick Lamar, a.k.a. Benzes to me just a car. That mean your friends is need be up to par. See my standards are pampered by threesomes tomorrow. Kill 'em all, dead bodies in the hallway. Don't get involved, listen what the crystal ball say. Halle, Berry, hallelujah, holla back, I'll do ya.
I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem. I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like the fuck, I got a fucking problem.
If finding somebody real is your fucking problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve this.
Hello, good evening. It's High Priestess Jamila. How y'all doing? I know y'all was shocked to hear that song. Like, why she play that song? It's a secret as to why I played that song. But what I will tell you is that, it just repels certain energies. And that's all I'm going to say. But it's a secret. I'm not going to get into detail. Oh, goodness. Okay. Happy Sunday, y'all. Ain't today Sunday? Yep. Today is Sunday, June the 29th. It's a certain frequency that's in that song, too. So a lot of people it's just weird, especially, y'all know that's ASAP Rocky, right? And ASAP Rocky is Rihanna's husband. They may not be married in the church, which you don't have to be married, but I can see why that union happened. Okay. Anyway, I know, and I apologize, empaths, because a lot of y'all are on edge, a lot of it, and so I'm here to speak to the empaths right now. Okay. And really, to be honest with you, the intention of me playing that song, you should have, if you were an empath, you would have felt and understood why I played that song. It has nothing to do with the lyrics or even the subject of the song. So just FYI, it's the frequency. And frequency And intention doesn't always have anything to do with what's being said or even written sometimes. Okay, so anyway, empaths. I've been seeing a lot of frequencies that have been playing on YouTube. Vagus nerve reset, parasympathetic nervous system reset. Empaths are. I'm an empath, and I'm a very lucky, but then it's you feel like it's a curse. So I'm an empath and I'm a Cancer. So feel for me. Feel for me, please. Like Shaka Khan, please. 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 Yeah. So I wanted to come and talk to my fellow empaths about just your nervous system and how you feeling. Um, just being drugged through hell. Okay. Protection and defense is to be key to your path to healing fast. It don't take forever. It doesn't. Um, and so I wanted to come and muse about that for a minute with y'all and tell y'all to come through. Um, you don't want to go through what I went through. And I wouldn't wish that on nobody. But I went through it because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Being an empath is not easy. When people say that, when people say they an empath, most people that say that they're an empath are not an empath, is what I found out, because empaths know other empaths and they have a very deep understanding for other empaths, and they're not cruel to them. You know what I mean? They're not evil to them. They don't do certain things to empaths, because you know, if you're an empath, pretty much what's been happening to you your whole life, and depending on how old you are, everything has been dumped onto you. Everything. It ain't even about being a witch. I'm a witch and an empath. So just because you're an empath doesn't mean you're a witch. Everything has been dumped on you. Everything. It was like you was a target from the beginning. You was born with a target on your back. And you've seen nothing but cruelty your whole life. And I ain't even talking about bullying. It's an inner thing. It's an inner thing. But that too, bullied by family members, every fear, every part of themselves that they hate, they just dump it into you. You've been a dumping ground. You've been told that that's all you're good for, is for people to dump on you, and for people to, and it's a metaphysical, it's a spiritual thing, it's a psychic thing. It's really heartbreaking. Depending on how old you are, a lot of empaths have tried to go to a place of apathy. And there's no need to go to that place, because for some reason, religion just doesn't address empathism. It doesn't. It does not address empathism. It does give you clues of certain things, but it just doesn't address it. It doesn't. Empathism is something that probably was I would say that the group that deeply understood empathism would be shamans. They would understand empathism deeply. Okay. Um, it's hard. It's devastating, and it hurts being an empath because literally, and it. I'm gonna tell you something. If one or more people is doing that to you too much, let alone an entire family of people, and just groups of people, it devastates you, and you probably feeling like nobody cares and nobody understands, and you're afraid to even talk about it. You're afraid. And it's affected your throat, and that's why you can't talk about it. And then you're embarrassed because you've been told don't be a crybaby, right? And that's unfair too, because whether or not it is being done purposefully or purposely, or on a very deep sub and unconscious level, they're doing that to you. And then add it to the plethora of other crap that you're dealing with, which is the evil eye. We're not gonna talk about that publicly no more. It's shit I found out about the fucking evil eye in connection to oh my God, y'all, that part just pisses me off. But the empathism part of it is what I wanted to talk about. If you just so happen to be an empath and you were raised in a very abusive environment, then more than likely you're probably still not healed from that abuse as a child. Now, I'm an empath that my father protected me a lot, and I didn't even realize that my mother protected me a lot too. Because I've walked with a lot of my clients and understand even the clients that are problematic. Let's just put it like that. Like I and but they're still with me. They're still clients. It's just that I have to handle them a different way. Some of them are empaths, and it is very difficult depending on who you are. Water signs are usually the water signs are usually um and I speak very it ain't always, but typically it could be easier for a water sign to heal and to purge themselves of that, or either to transmute it and transform it. But earth signs, typically the way they handle it, is they hold on to it. It's very, very difficult for earth signs to release that. And I'm talking about empaths that are earth signs. And so I got a treat for y'all coming up, to where I am, if you guys follow me on TikTok. Some people don't have the TikTok app on their phone because they couldn't download it after they nixed it. So those readings for the individual elements, I'm going to do that today, and I promise I will, for the empaths, specifically for empaths. I'm not talking about people that feel empathy. If you're a person that has empathy, that is beautiful. Please stay the way you are. Don't change. But I'm talking about an empath. It's a whole other ball game that people rarely understand. You'd have to literally be talking to a highly evolved empath for them to understand. So I will be doing the individual messages for empaths from the different groups, and I can promise you that the messages that are going to come through are exactly what I know they're going to be. Earth signs are having a problem releasing. If you are of an earth element, air signs typically they disconnect emotionally, which is not an answer either. That doesn't help things either. And then the fire signs are typically they go into fight mode, which doesn't help either. That's one element. Yeah, you do have to fight, but there's other things that are supposed to go along with that. So I will be doing readings for all of the empaths specifically. Okay, so you guys can go and follow me on TikTok. But if you don't have the TikTok app, I'm gonna upload those readings to this channel, okay, or either the Witch's Broom channel. I'll probably upload it there. I'm not sure. This channel is still my channel. This channel belongs to me. I just got the monetization back on it, and it just is what it is. And so that's why I use this channel primarily, because I am rebuilding this channel, and it will be rebuilt. It will, because, if you go back, you'll see that this channel used to get a lot of views before it got blacklisted due to false flagging. So, that's why I upload stuff over here. In fact, I thought about taking down all of my other channels because, the whole backup channel thing, screw that. But anyway, so specifically for the empaths, this is important. And most of my clients that have a lot of problems with people trying to dump their issues on them, they need a lot of work. Um, some of the salts that I've been showing you guys and the way that I charge my salts, that's why I put in that video that y'all know that green salt that we got for Lanasa. That's why I put must charge. The stuff that you get, the herbs and stuff, and the minerals like salt, they have to be charged. Okay. So that was a short video, but it actually, what y'all didn't see was that I literally charged that salt for probably an hour, and then it processed for 4 hours, because it processed with the tea light. Okay, with the intention that I put into the fire to go ahead and charge it really, really good and strong. Um, I'm gonna make a larger batch because Lanasa is coming up on August the 1st, but we are already in Lanasa energy because we already went through the summer solstice. Okay, that was around my birthday, which was what, the 22nd, 23rd, I think, somewhere in there. Um, and so the next Sabbath that's coming up is Lanasa, and it is very important to be prepared for that particular Sabbath. And so I'll be making several different salts, but that was just the first one, which was big because it's a healing salt. And part of the issue that you guys are having, like, what I could sense from the empaths was deep, deep, deep anxiety that you guys are slowly but surely purging. And for me, I prefer for negativity to come out of the root. I don't like for negativity to go up. I like for it to go down. If y'all catch my drift on that, okay? Um, if it goes up, that's okay too. But this is when you become ungrounded and you end up having one of those experiences to where you feel like you're gonna die. And y'all done already been through that enough, man. You done been through that enough. Like, literally feeling like, is today gonna be the day? Fearing death, fearing, especially if you're a parent and you like I still have so much to do. I still have so much foundation that I need to lay down for my kids. And you care. You care. You don't just not give a damn. You ain't gave up. Cause if you watching this, if you watching me and you feeling what I'm saying, that means you ain't gave up. If you are throwing hate at Jamila, then you probably have given up. Because I mean, I ain't trying to make myself special or like you got to judge yourself, but I mean, come on now. If you throwing hate at me, like, you know what I'm saying? So y'all are able to come through. I had to do a significant amount of healing that I was able to do with the assistance of Michael the Archangel. And we are going to be making offerings to Michael the Archangel. He loves garlic and wine, is what he likes. And then he also likes meat. So we're going to be making offerings to Michael the Archangel. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. So, back to what I was saying. It is very important for empaths to familiarize themselves with healing practices, and what and how to do it. And then defense is kind of difficult for people, what I've noticed, because it's a psychic thing, it's a visual thing, it is very metaphysical. It's really one of the most difficult spiritual things that people can deal with. And so I do offer Reiki sessions for people, but the thing of it is that it is about a mind thing, but so many people are so bad off to the point where you've had to do so much that you're burned out, and that burnout is not good. And I went through that too. So, I'm not perfect and I'm not God. Only God is perfect. Okay. And, that doesn't, my father used to tell me all the time, ain't nobody perfect but the man upstairs. So, and that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, well, that's my truth. Some people think of it differently, but at the end of the day, it's time for the empaths to have a reset. But then also there's a lot of other things that go into that. It's a lot of other things that go into that, having that reset. But if you don't have the healing or the defense, then you have nothing. If you don't have the protection and the defense, because otherwise, whenever an attack is either planned or happens, whether or not it's random or planned, then you fall subject and victim to that, and then you back right at square one. And that's not what you want all the time. Okay, that's not even what you should be experiencing. Okay. I know that when my grandmother was alive, she was like my grandmother, I don't know what it was about her spirit. She was like an automatic protection from the evil eye in psychic attacks. My grandmother, when she passed away, our family lost that. So, and a lot of y'all have said the same thing about your loved ones when you lose them. And and that is because of certain people's frequencies. You know what I'm saying? Um, and even though after the ancestors pass on, their frequency still exists, but I can tell you straight up and down, no, being that I'm very, very familiar with necromancy, is that ancestors can be blocked out, ancestors can be banished. And then also, if your crown chakra is constantly being tampered with by the adversaries, then you ain't got contact with nothing. If so that's a common tactic. Okay. So how do you deal with that tactic? How do you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Without having to spend all day. Who wants to sit around all day defending themselves? I've never lived like that. Like I said, I can imagine if you grew up in an abusive household, you did not, you were never given a break from it. It was all day, every day. You were constantly defending yourself. However, now that you are older, now that you're an adult, it's meant for you to break that cycle. Okay. And again, I was not raised that way. There was some intense moments growing up, But I can honestly say that just to be in a household where I was abused by my siblings, by my mother, by my father. First of all, I was a only child. I did go through some traumatic events. However, it was very peaceful, very calm in my household. Um, and so I just didn't experience that. That doesn't mean that I don't have a deep level of understanding for you because I'm an empath. So, does that mean that I have to experience it? No, I don't have to experience it, but I just can sense it. If you are out here, especially if you're a Reiki technician, if you are out here and you are an empath, you have to control your spiritual gifts to where you're not being hit by that. You can't do that. That's not supposed to be happening. If you're helping people with their spiritual stuff, if you're helping people spiritually at all, you are not supposed to be getting affected. Okay, para empathetically, you ain't supposed to be getting affected. So the reason why that is happening is because your protection and defense is not up. Okay, it's not there at all. Then there's a 12-layer shield that I have not even had the time to come and talk to you guys about because of everything that's been going on that we're going to talk about even more. And I'm going to start with the first layer, and there will be 12 videos. There's 12 layers to your auric shield, not just your aura, but your shield for your aura. And a lot of people don't have that. It's been eaten away. It's been chipped away. Okay, so that's something that it's important to work on building. And our spirit team, such as Hecate, whoever it is that you work with, Aries, Cronus, Hermes, Archangel Michael, whoever it is that you work that on your spirit team, whoever that is, they have been supporting you. And so right now for the next month or so, from what I'm getting from spirit, is that gratitude, showing them gratitude and reverence is going to be very important, especially leading up in the days up until Lanasa. If you can't find nothing to be grateful for, that's messed up. I know that for me, what my spirit team has done and the things that they have done just the past several years alone, I'm extremely grateful for. Uh, just the people, the clients in my life. So they would, the people in your life that loved on you would not be there if it were not for your spirit team. So the focus is going to be on making offerings and filling them up because, they don't, you know, it is important to make offerings. It is. And, food, water, wine, milk, those things are important. Candles, some of them like salt, different variations of salt. Some of them like stones and crystals. So that's going to be the focus. And if that's something that you have not done, then it is something that, and am I going to have a Lanasa group? Um, Probably not. Lanasa is like a month away. Probably some of my exclusive clients that I really trust that have been with me for a while. Um, but I don't. I'm kind of holding back on that, but I do encourage you guys to start doing that. And many of you guys, being that your body is your temple, and so many of you guys' crowns are not communicating. You're disconnected. It's a disconnect. And however that happened is not the point. It's some all the time. Well, sometimes it is. It depends on what you're going through and who you are. Sometimes it can happen randomly, but a lot of times it is being done on purpose. And you do have to deal with why. Why is that happening? But a lot of people would be shocked if you knew or discovered. And I'm not going to talk about it because just talking about it, mm-mm. We're not even going to speak it. We don't even speak it out loud. So if it's something that you learn and you're able to deal with it and go ahead and process it, then great. But other than that, it's something that we don't talk about seriously. Like, because once you start talking about it rattles chains and it gives it power. So that's why we don't talk about it. We just know what to do about it. Okay, and it does have something to do with the evil eye, but I'm not going into detail. I'm not. So, anyway. I'm getting don't give up hope. Hope is still alive, is what I'm getting. But, healing is needed, but you can't heal without proper protection and defense. The numbers that are coming up for me are 90% of the population do not have 90% of empaths. The population of empaths, 90% do not have protection and defense. 90%, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. So y'all can come through. I'll be back on Etsy soon, but until then, I'm working primarily through my link tree because I don't have a website, which, you know, like I said, I mean, I have PayPal, I have Cashapp, so you guys can come through for reading. But I also want y'all to take the time to look at the readings that are either on TikTok, if you're on TikTok, or if you're on here. Look at those readings today. They will be going up. They'll all be up today before the witching hour. Because I'm very careful about taking care of myself. The one thing that we don't do, here's the thing. If you need to purge your system of parasitic energy, then fasting for maybe 12 hours is good. But when I do these readings, I like to be grounded. I like to be fed. I don't want to be doing nothing on no empty stomach. So I want to get dinner in, eat some dinner, and relax for a minute, and then sit down and do those readings. So they'll be for the individual elements. It's not going to be for the individual signs. So it'll just be if you're earth sign, which earth sign is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Um, Air sign is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Water sign is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And fire is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay. So a lot of y'all, I'm telling you, you just have to listen to your spirit guides and trust, because my spirit team created and developed some very powerful protection and defense that's really important, because a lot of y'all are on the edge, and I know how you feel, and everything hurts. Everything hurts. It does. Yeah, everything is hurting. um, you may have some depression, some anxiety, some really bad anxiety. And I had to get myself together for real to where, like, y'all anxiety don't affect me, because it literally, like, my nervous system had to reset itself. Like, it was, oh my God, it's bad. So, y'all can come through, visit my link tree. My link tree is connected to my uh, domain name, which is divineservicesapothecary.com. Okay. All right, guys. Y'all have a happy Sunday. Um, and I'll see y'all next time. And be on the lookout for those readings. Make sure that y'all subscribe, okay? If you're new to the channel. And then follow me on TikTok too. And Instagram. I really do like Instagram. I'm not real sure what happened with my Instagram. But yeah, I do. I know exactly what happened. But anyway, I'll see y'all later, okay? All right. Sorry for the delay in the phone call that I received. I had to take that phone call. Okay. All righty. I'll see y'all. Bye. Blessings.